Okay, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started with the reading. It is Monday, 15th of May. We already know that Mercury has gone direct. Let's get down to it. For the announcements first, we have the daily news that is up. The link is in the description box below this video per usual, or you can send an email to yourangelic@gmail.com for purchase options. Also, the High Council is up. You have to send an email per user to yourangelic@gmail.com for those readings. I'm open for donation readings. Link is in the description box. The calendar up for personal sessions. Also, with the court, with the money blockages and the spiritual court and man's court. Remember, I do those on Thursday. So if you want to be in this Thursday's lineup for that energetic reading, go ahead and get that done also. So let's go ahead and get started. Where are we going from here? With Mercury having freshly come out of its retrograde in the second house of Taurus, which is the second house of value, which is very significant. Okay, so let's see what the energies are. Now, and that being the first Mercury retrograde since Saturn completed that 7-year cycle on March 7th. So we have breathe. In a bit, there's going to be a lot that you're going to have to contend with, or there's going to be a lot of changes. You're going to have to take a moment, take a breath. A lot of offering things have been offered to you. New things can be offered to you, and you're going to have to take a moment, take a breath. Some of you could be getting prepared for something. You'll be taking a moment, taking a breath is what I'm getting with this here. So this is about breathe. We have truth be told. Milk and honey. So whatever this breeze is about, it could be a pretty positive, significant offers that have come into you all, created during that time period of Mercury being retrograde, and or is coming or is already coming to be something that's pretty significant. It'll be quite positive. It could be quite powerful. It'll be quite changing. 51, that's the 6. It's associated with whatever you come out of. The 6 regarding the past. Now, so it's like you're going to have to take a breath. As I stated, you got to take a moment. And when Mercury was retrograde, it was the regrouping. You know, now is things could be reality like that, and the reality of what is coming, the reality of something that is going to be offered that has not been offered yet, or the reality of what has been offered like that. So it what's on the table is milk and honey, so it's quite positive. If there was a vision blockage, it's about to be clear. Because you have truth be told, and then there's the window. You know, it's like being able to see. These are hearts, so this could be about romantic. It doesn't have to be about romantic. The mind can't keep you encased. You know, it's like, because the universe is like, well, it's gonna counter your limited viewpoint. Like that, it say truth be told, this is the opening, or the door is open, or there is a clearing, or it can happen like that. This is a opportunity of expansiveness, but this is what needs to happen. It needs to not be so big. It needs to be tunnel vision like, because that serves a purpose when the necessity or cause for that, so that everything else around it won't distract you or whatever, or whomever, romantic, non-romantic, from what they need to look at, and it won't get lost in the shuffle of something big. Okay. For example, you know how they say, I'm a Sagittarius sun sign. They'll say Sagittarius is the big picture, and it's like, and then but they'll say that, like having a big picture viewpoint, like being elevated, but then seeing the big picture, how everything goes together. But then Virgo is the details. not being able to see the forest for the trees, getting caught up in the trees and all that. But then the Sagittarius energy sees the whole forest. Okay, that seeing the whole forest could work for one's good in certain occasions. You have to know how to shift like that. That's why these are both mutable signs. I'm just using Sagittarius and Virgo. Gemini, because that's the polar opposite. Okay, Gemini is details. So also, but in Sagittarius, big picture, can see, and that's good because you can see the big picture like that. For certain occasions, positive. It's just like Gemini or Virgo or whichever one, they get caught up in the details, and that serves good because it could be the details that Sagittarius can't see because sees the big picture. So it's not focused on the details. So in Gemini and Virgo, or just the energy itself, not them specifically, the energy, being able to look at the details but not being able to see the big picture because they're on the ground like that looking, and it serves a purpose in certain cases. Just like the Sagittarian energy, it serves a purpose in certain cases. You utilize it when it serves a purpose. In that case, you don't when it doesn't. Now, something doesn't serve a purpose to be looking at big picture here. It's about something specific. That doesn't mean your whole life you go not looking at the big picture. Something specific. On occasion, you're going to be blocked from seeing direction, from seeing too much of the big picture. You need to have a tunnel vision where the universe says, exclude all that and all of that and all that. This is why it's possible. This in here, as opposed to having all of this, this is the reason. This is why it's possible. This is the direction. This is the clarity. This helps you to see the direction you're going into without being confused or distracted by this, no matter if this is positive or negative or whatever. Understand? Now, and then in other occasions regarding something different, that window will be closed and you need to see the big picture. You shift, being mutable like that. You know, not one-dimensional, mutable when the time arises. And it's about this milk and honey, and I don't know what we're talking about specifically, but that's what it is. Because it's going to be different for all of you, but that's what it is. And you have a lot of support, and you have a lot of help, you have a lot of guidance because of where you are energetically, most definitely exalted, having had learned all those lessons, and you're in alignment with your milk and honey, like that. So is now also with this, somebody is going to offer you something, and I don't know what we're talking about. It could be, and they're waiting to do it. They've been holding off, but it could be like time or TikTok, and they've been holding off because they've not thought that you would be in agreement with it, because it was a door that was supposed to be closed or closing, and you would have been aware of that, but they want to open it back up because they see something. The universe is showing them something. The universe could also show you something regarding that. I don't know what we're talking about. This could be pretty practical matters. Thinker, oh my goodness, the thinker, this fairy is always in her mind like that. She's always thinking like that. You know, you have new life. Here she is waking up. You know, she is in the face. It is faded, but you know, is that illusion of free will or taking part in that soul contract also. You know, you have happy. It's where we have too many cards here on the table. She's always thinking, and that's why the universe is going to be like, okay, you're thinking because you have too much to work with. Okay. Now, so here it is. This is, okay, you have too much to work with. Okay, over here. Now, in other occasions, you need all of this, but in this specific occasion, you do not like that. Because she gets caught up in thinking like that is, and I made reference to Gemini, those are the mentalities and all that. Okay, and thinking. Okay, so it's like, now, she is, and it's the milk and honey, and she's thinking about it like that. Okay, and it's happy, and it's new life all around her. But remember, she's a thinker because she's Saturnian. All of the fairies, all of the goddesses, all of the gods, all the nymphs are earth related. They're all 3D related. And it's like, so they're all Saturn, they belong to the earth. So they are, it could be intellectual, they could be musical, they could be whatever like that. Remember being a part of Jupiter's creation, Jupiter creating the nine nymphs. I talked about that. Saturn's creation and other gods also most definitely creating the fairies and the nymphs. And this one here is always in her mind like that, always thinking, always not much moving, but going with the flow energy, but is always thinking like that. So and this is about what is fated, with what is destined, and what is gonna happen. Not fighting against that, but still being a thinker like that. So she's still being a thinker. She is approaching a new life, and she's gonna wake up in it. Saturn is very patient with her like that. Saturn is very patient with this energy. It's like, because she goes over everything like that in her mind like that. So it is happy like that. But see, she's not unhappy now. She's just is a deep thinker like that. So is she has to have her psyche and her mentality clear, and she's the one that clears it and knows how she wants to be cleared, knows what needs to be cleared from it. She has to have all the mental energy transmuted like that before she says, yeah, I'll wake up into this new life. That's what it is here. So that's with this one here. So we're going to move on. We're going to take some cards here. Who or what has made you believe that some reason or another you don't have what it takes to follow your dream? Now, some of you, that is the question. Now, life is at your service. It is, because Saturn is most definitely being considerate here with this one. The energies are being very considerate because of the way. Life is at your service. You are worthy of everything you desire. Give life permission to create through you and become visible through your dream. Visible. I talked about that in the video this morning with preparing, and this week and preparing. Now it's visible Saturn, what you can experience. I was stating in the video, what you could take part in. Okay, that's what is happening. Now, what makes your heart beat faster? Believe the signals your heart sends you. When you learn to listen to your heart, you'll begin to follow it. And I feel that this fairy, she follows her heart, but she also has a mind. And she goes and walks the path and goes with the flow, because she is of 3D nature, 3D and 9D, that energy. Now, it would be about, but she, every step of the way, because she's very mentally independent, she's the thinker, every step of the way, even though she's getting those positive, happy results, if she's in alignment with the fates, her mind has to filter out, or she has to go into her mind and able to transmute the energy so that the expansion of the path, or the revelation of the path, or the path itself could be created and manifested like that. So this is the thinker. She creates and manifests the present moment, which is what others call future, through the mind like that, taken from the subconscious of the mind, any type of restrictive energy, and it being transmuted, and it manifesting and creating the present reality, quotation marks, vision, experience. That's what it is here. Now with this, she's going to get, it's time for her to get a little bit of different help here with this specifically, where it has truth be told like that. And even with, in general, she would be like, it would be where it's always been that window in her going energetically with the flow of that every step of the way, something coming up through the subconscious mentally, her transmuting that energy and it creating the present moment, future, what people call future, or present moment existence for her like that. It's manifesting the reality, quotation marks, every step of the way with the truth be told. is what I'm getting. And it's been not letting all the other stuff come in. Her mind is directly focused on regarding the window and what needs to be transmuted so that the higher state of manifestation can happen. And her mind is what is creating the reality, future, present moment, groundedness. Okay, understand? Okay, there we go. So she's transmuting. She's creating and manifesting that new life every step of the way, but being true to the nature of her thoughts, is that. So wait until you feel like things are progressing effortlessly, and that's her. She does much of nothing but think, and that's what's transmuting the energy and creating the present reality, future, whatever. Wait until you feel like things are progressing effortlessly. Let the opportunities present themselves when the time is right. Don't force things. Have patience, and that's what she's doing now. So, and she does her part. Her part is the thinker. Now, so, because you have to transmute the energy, emotional energy, mental energy, and that's what's creating the present reality, moment, vision, future stuff, which is only right now, like that, present moment energy. Now we're going to move on to the practical matters. And what I mean by practical, per usual, is anything that you are experiencing. Everything that you are experiencing is practical because you are experiencing it. You're involved in it. So let's see. Show me the practical energy here. For today, Monday, 15th of May. Let's see. I'm going to have to stretch my neck. I'm ostrich here. Okay, there we go. I didn't take those two cards. One of them was the Page of Cups. I didn't look at the bottom for the other one. It was beneath. So let's go ahead and get started here. The World card, Saturn, with World cards and cycles, long-term cycles. Ending, long-term cycles, starting to start the bottom of the deck. North Node, destiny, what is fated to happen. So a cycle has completed. It's over, it's done with. I talked in that video this morning about what's going to happen when Saturn goes retrograde next month around this time. So you had a star. This is destiny. This is fate with the star. The star is your North Node, is your destiny, is the direction. You've cleared everything regarding the past. A long-term cycle is ending. It could be regarding whatever. It'll be regarding it's something connected to Earth. It's some important stuff. It will be regarding. A long-term cycle is beginning also. Life cycles ending. Life cycles beginning. They will be long. Saturn is long like that. And this star is destined and fated. We had the fates at the beginning of the reading. These are Saturnian lessons learned. These are cycles being over. And then, but you had a star. The star is very positive. Because sometimes you can have that, but you don't have to have the star. The star is your wishes coming true. The star is a wish card. It's a portal. It is destiny and fate, but it's a very high vibration. Is the star. A significant amount of healing has happened in this cycle. A significant amount of reward will be in the new cycle. We had a Two of Cups. Some of you, it's about partnerships, romantic and non-romantic. Soul contracts, Saturn ruling soul contracts. I talked about that this morning. Saturn world card, soul contracts. Ending, soul contracts beginning, romantic and non-romantic. Agreements, compromise, settlements, feelings being mutual, those types of things. And we had a Chariot at the bottom, success. We have 3 major arcanas with a 4-card spread here. Success, successfully, these are successful completions of cycles, significant cycles, successful completions of them, like that. These is usually denote life cycles with the World card with Saturn. Past life cycles with Saturn also. Some of you have cleared something significant regarding past, a specific past life cycle. You already know that. And this is you going on into the next. It's successfully being cleared away. You're moving forward into escalated vibrations of unions. All of your agreements are going to be, the vibration is higher. The height of the vibration, it depends on you as a soul, what your specific soul contract was about, what the specific work you did in that last 7-year cycle, like that. So it would be that Saturn, it ended on March 7th. Because remember with Saturn, we're rewarding the past still. We're back on trajectory now that Mercury retrograde is over. Because this is the successful completion of the past. This is significant life cycles completed, significant karmic lessons completed. The star means that there was significant healing that was done. There was a significant cleansing. And you can move forward without any hindrance from the past. Specific life cycles, some of you, it could be a multitude of life cycles you cleared. It probably won't be all of the life cycles you had. Remember, for this channel, you all are old souls. For some of you, it could be one life cycle. Some of you could be 10. Some of you could be 10 million. It depends. You know what you were doing the 7 years, what you were working on, you specifically. Now, your elevation of your partnerships, your dealings with anybody in the third dimensional state of consciousness, romantic and non-romantic, they're elevated. The extent of the elevation, hell, I'm not sure. The Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is what you have built up spiritually. I love this card. Not my favorite card, but this is one of the cards that I love. This is that as above, so below. When your earthly experience, this is your 3D matching how you're seen in the spirit realm. This is what you have built up spiritually through your own hard work, energy, and effort. This is your spiritual bank. It corresponds with how far you've come as a soul and what you have built up spiritually. And your life being a representation of that. Now, your earthly life being a representation of it. Yellow is so beautiful. Yellow is my favorite color. I would say that a lot in the past. It's obvious to a lot of people. So it's like, it's very positive. You've done this. You're being rewarded. This is you as an independent being. This is for me, the Nine of Pentacles is a spiritual card. So is the Two of Cups the elevation of your contracts, of your agreements with people. You're starting new soul contracts, romantically and non-romantically. The elevation of that, it would depend on what you have built up spiritually in your spiritual bank. What you've done through, I don't know, with Saturn here, what lifetimes these will correspond with. What was put from the Akashic records that would go with this star card, or what's in this star card that is of that exalted elevation, and the degree of the exaltation, I'm not sure, because it's a lot of you. So I'm feeling a lot of energy. So it will be that. But this is what it's based on. This is what it's based on. And remember, I stated with us being Saturnian, the present moment, here and now, is future. So, and it's pulled from the Akashic records, past lives, the exaltation of experiences, and then we experience that as new. That's in the star. It would be where, I don't know the degree, because it's based on what you have built up spiritual and what you've done in your incarnations. What will be in this path and what it will entail. But this shows that what you've completed here. And that you're going into a portal, a cycle of your spiritual bank, and it corresponds with you and where you are spiritually. Like that. What you've done. Which is the way that it always does, but this is quite positive. This is very, very positive. Like that. So we're going to move on here. Now we're going to move on to the romance. I haven't created remember when I was using the two decks that I created, the two white decks, one for romance and one for practical matters. And I stated that, and I stopped using them after right before, the day before Mercury went retrograde, like that. And I haven't used them since then. So, and I'm not going to use them. I've stated that I'm going to create some more for this time period. I need to feel the energetic vibration that tells me to create them, so I could be under the energy of creating and manifesting like I was then. I don't know if that's going to happen before Saturn goes retrograde, and I talked about in that video this morning the significance of that, because that's going to be all through the summer and the remainder of the year. into November. And it's going to be very changing. I don't know if it'll be before that. I'll feel the energy, then I'll just do it like that. Okay. So let's move on. I have to go with the energy. Let's move on to the love and romance. Show me love and romance for Monday, May 15th. The Six of Swords. The World card. Okay, Saturn here again. Okay, but this could be the internet here. The World Wide Web is the World card. It also, you had the Five of Wands. Somebody could be watching a relationship. But you had the Six of Swords is reconciliation. Somebody could want to reconcile with you, or some of you are under a reconciliation. Somebody could be watching you. They want to reconcile something. They could want to know if you're already in a relationship. They're watching and peeping, so it could be somebody that is not, like, they don't have a say in your life. That's why they're just watching and peeping like that. So it's like they can want to start a cycle with you, is what I'm getting. It'll be something long term with the World card. They could be watching you, things like that with the World card. Well, he's watching. He has a sword where he can communicate with you if he wants to. He has this sword so he can communicate. The Six of Swords is about reconciliation here. So somebody could be watching something. They're watching to see what you're doing as opposed to asking you what you're doing. They could just watch and not see it, and you're not doing anything, but they continue to watch and only watch, and then you're in a relationship. It's like, okay, they're watching to see if you're in a relationship, or they're watching to see if you reconcile with someone, and you could be single and free and not be, but they can watch for so long until you are like that, or you're in a relationship with someone, or you reconcile with someone and they see you with the person like that. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm getting. We had an Empress. The Empress in this deck is the Empress represents all the queens in one. The Empress in this deck is a very sensual Empress. She has all the qualities and characteristics of the Empress, but with a twist like that. So that's the Empress. The major arcana cards are the World card and the Empress. We have Justice. The Ten of Wands. I'm going to clarify this Ten of Wands. Page of Swords was at the bottom of this deck, but I'm not going to take it. We had the Chariot. So some of you, you're free. The Ten of Wands is a very oppressive and heavy energy. The Chariot is successfully moving forward away from that energy. So some of you could be, this reconciliation could be about something heavy. You moved away from it like that. A relationship itself that was heavy, or something within a relationship that was heavy has been moved away from successfully. And then you have Justice. Justice is about fairness and being just. It's about balance. We had the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you, this Justice could be marriage. Justice is a marriage card because the Ace of Pentacles romantically for me is a marriage proposal. Or some with the World card, it's like, if those of you that are completing significant cycles, with the World card is significant, it can mean somebody that used to be single, now they're married. The Justice is marriage, and the Ace of Pentacles for me romantically is a marriage proposal. It could be somebody is a cycle is over and they get into a long marriage, or a cycle is over and they get into a long relationship, but it would be committed with the Ace of Pentacles. Hell, some of you, a cycle is over and you become free like that. It could be that. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be, we have to start. It's destined and fated, whatever it is. I look back at it, so I'm going to have to take it. It's destined and fated with the star. The Empress again. A man could be choosing between two empresses, or a woman was the empress to a man, because we have two men here, and now she's the empress to another man. Or two men could see a woman as the empress, as the perfect person for them, as the one for them. Some of you, this is your past life man or two past life men, because this is life cycles with Saturn, with the world card. It's life cycles, past life cycles. Is that? Ten of Cups at the bottom, soul families reunited, past life families reunited, with the Ten of Cups, ultimate happiness and fulfillment. Four of Wands, 11-11, marriage. Marriage, happily ever after. King of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, man. Or this is the man. This is a man. I don't know which man it is or who it is. It's an air sign, man, or somebody that has those qualities. Very serious, very intellectual, very intelligent. We're going to get a high vibrational qualities because the energy is high vibrational. We have you as the Nine of Pentacles. You're single. You're available. And they can see you as their empress, or you've been their empress in past lives. They see you as the one. You've been the one for them in past lives or in this life. But this is you single, available. Queen of Swords, divine counterparts, King and Queen of Swords. They're from your past with the Six of Cups, past lives. Want to reconcile with Temperance. We have the Six of Swords with reconciliation. Then we have a reconciliation here. This is Angelic's protection. It's something being created and manifested for you. If whoever these people are, or whether it's one of them or two of them, if they're not your divine counterpart, they're not going to be able to be in your life. Something is being created for you with Temperance. This is angelic protection. It's also something being manifested for you that you're not even manifesting. It's being manifested for you and created for you. It's a divine partnership. You don't know who it's going to be with. It will be with the person that is the correct person for you. Not the people that think or know you're the correct person for them. It's going to be manifested. The correct person for you is being manifested. The correct person for the Empress, unless the masculine energy is the Empress. Okay, the correct person for the feminine energy, the Empress, is being manifested. The correct person for her is being manifested. Not the masculine energies that feel that she's the correct person for them is the correct person for her. The universe is manifesting. This is an angel. This isn't a human. She's not even manifesting them. The Empress isn't. It's manifested for her. The universe is at her service. We saw that in the beginning of the reading. That's what we have here. And it's destined and it's fated. She did all her work when she was in the world card energy with the cycles and the learning and the healing and all of that. Okay? So now, let's move on. In the 7 years and all of that, because Saturn is long-term cycles, not what happened last month or yesterday. Saturn is expanded, past lives, long-term cycles. Let's move on to the angel message. We already know that. Let's move on. Show me the angel message. Get more information. Somebody's needing information and they need to come to you and get it like that. Or you're needing more information and you need to go to them and get it. No need to worry. This could be about whatever. The information and the no need to worry. I don't know what it's about. I thought in the near future at the bottom of the deck. I can't help but peep at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. We have yes. There's going to be a yes answer. No need. There's something you're worried about. I don't know what it is. You're going to get a yes answer. Because you have too much of the fated energy. Things are orchestrated to happen. And what's orchestrated to happen is going to happen. It can't be stopped, but it can't be pushed. It can't be rushed either. So it's like no need to worry. And then we have take action. You'll be taking action, or somebody else will be taking action, but an action is going to be taken. The situation will improve. I guess the action that is going to be taken is going to improve the situation because you have a yes answer, or an action that is going to be taken improves the situation, or a situation improves because an action is taken. But in either case, you have yes and no need to worry here. So let's see. We had there's something better at the bottom of the deck, so I'm going to take that. That's why it's being manifested for you. You're not going into karmic contracts, romantically, non-romantically. You're going into high vibrational, dharmic. The magnitude of how dharmic it will be is about you as an individual and the work you've done as an individual with your Nine of Pentacles energy. Don't stop. We always get that card. That's about continue to move forward, to continue to do what you're doing. We have compromise. We had the Two of Cups with compromising, a lot of communications happening, people getting more information, people doing whatever like that, and it's about compromising. Something is going to be presented to you. It hasn't been yet, but it will be in the near future. Something in the near future is going to start to happen. Big happy changes. We already had that, and we had no. We have yes and no. With the something better, the no is just going to be no's. Okay, and then you have the yes. It's going to be the yes because it goes with your soul contracts. We had this star card come up in both aspects of the reading like that. So I don't know what we're talking about specifically. But you're most definitely being directed and maneuvered into an alignment. And it's kind of good because that directing and maneuvering doesn't come with lesson. It comes with directing and maneuvering, getting you in alignment with what is fated because you've already done the work regarding whatever we're talking about specifically. This is about the alignment of what is about to actually happen like that. Okay, everyone, that's the reading. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.